What's up guys, MainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing amazing as usual. So today I want to talk about something I've been wanting to talk about for a long time actually. And it's this thing where newcomers come to this game and they're like, oh, I want to get better at the game, how can I improve? I want to play Devil Jin, like, do you guys know what I can do to get better with him? And a lot of people will go, oh, check out the Koreans, they are the best at the game. I mean, this is how you learn the game. Check out, for example, oh, you want to learn Devil Jin, check out Kudans, he's amazing. And for sure, Kudans is amazing. But I just feel like this is a bit misguided. But it can serve as motivation, of course, to check out the Koreans. Look what you can aspire to. They are so amazingly good at the game. I mean, who isn't impressed by watching the Koreans? But I just remember what happened to me in Tag 2 when I was struggling in green ranks and people told me, well, check out the Korean Mishima players. See what they do to deal with capos or lanes or whatever. And I was like, I would check their gameplay, and I was so amazed by it. Like, oh, they're so defensive, look at them moving around. So that's what I should do. I should be backdashing like crazy and sidestepping and punishing. And then I would get back to, I boot on my PS3 and I would head back into ranked battle there in Tag 2. And suddenly I would just remember that. But what the hell? My opponents don't play at all like the Korean Xiaoyus and Eddies. These guys don't rely on movement or defense. They're just in my face at all times. It's like a tornado of strings and flips and farts, you know, all over the place. And I was like, I don't know if I can actually relate to the Korean style. And this is why I think it's so misguided to tell people to check out Koreans, because Koreans already have like amazing fundamentals and amazing movement. And that way the whole game of Tekken changes. Whereas in green ranks, you probably don't have great movement if you're stuck in green ranks. So you don't have the luxury of moving away from your opponent who's spamming strings. So a bit misguided in my opinion. So I actually took the time to write out these amazing 5 rules here, in my opinion, to becoming a great Tekken player. Know your character, know your opponent, react and adapt, maximize technical skill, be unpredictable. The Koreans have mastered all of these, but in green ranks there are only really 2 of these rules that apply if you want to leave the green ranks. It's know your character and know your opponent. That's all there is to it. In green ranks, most people don't have fundamentals. They're just testing your knowledge. You probably noticed this, you know, you face a Lily. He just does strings. He's in your face at all times. But if you would just know his top 10-15 moves, you would adapt and you would destroy him. You know. Oh, you don't even need to adapt, you just need to punish. That's all. I mean, they put themselves on a silver platter for you. That's why it's so ironic, you know, when you hear people say, oh, I'm losing, he's just spamming. He's spamming the same move over and over, and it's like, yeah, he's basically committing suicide. If you just know how to get around that move, he has nothing else. You know. And another thing, you know, where I feel like green ranks is something completely different than watching Koreans play, it's that, you know, for high-level Tekken, the last rule here, be unpredictable. You can't stray from that. If you are predictable, you die. Whereas in green rank Tekken, you can be super predictable, because people don't know the second rule, which is know your opponent. If you watch my Kazuya Revisits Green Ranks video, you probably saw that I could, with Kazuya, do back to 4, which is a string that doesn't work at high level of play. But at lower level of play, back to 4 is amazingly good. It's a lot of plus frames on hit, and on block it's only -2. So I could just do back to 4, back to 4, back to 4. And as my opponent did not know his opponent, he didn't duck the second hit and launch punish me. So that string suddenly became a broken and overpowered string. Take that stuff into consideration and abuse it. Don't try and play like a Korean in green ranks, you know. Oh, I'm gonna get amazing movement and sidestep and punish. No! You're going to use the stuff the Koreans don't use. Strings that are at high level of play super punishable, but you can get away with them in lower ranks. Take advantage of the fact that he does not know his opponent. Your opponent. So that's what I'm trying to say. Green rank Tekken is not Korean Tekken. Take advantage of that fact. And that way you will very quickly, this is what I tell people I coach. If you, usually they play Kazuya, which is cool. Do back to 4, spam that, people won't know what to do. You will leave the green ranks, and then at yellow ranks and above that, you will start, I mean, of course, you will start to apply all of these rules, but you don't have to do that in green ranks. And I feel like most people should just leave green ranks as quickly as possible because it's a cesspit, you know. The opponents there don't really give you incentive, you know, to really master the game. But so live up to the 2 first rules. Know your character, know your opponent, be predictable, abuse strings that are otherwise super punishable, and you will leave the green ranks super early. Take advantage of the fact that it's not Korean Tekken. So I hope what I said made sense. I tried to show this in my Kazuya green rank video. But of course, if you're super passionate about the game, then go for all of these rules at the same time. But know that to exit the green ranks, you only need the first 2 rules, and as I said, take advantage of the fact that your opponent does not know his opponent. So, hope that made sense and that you all have an amazing day. Take care.